We're 10 minutes after the hour. This is going to be a special program today. Actually, both parts, really. And we're going to be talking sports. We're going to be talking Cumberland baseball here in the first half. And Jody Atwood's supposed to be here to talk about Lebanon girls softball on the second. So we're just making it a sports day here. But I want to introduce Randy Salas. This is all his idea. And Randy, good morning to you first.
Good morning, Colvin. How are you?
I'm fine. We got a contingent from Cumberland here. But I just want to say this about you. You've been around here a little bit, and I've got to know you a little better. And you live and breathe Cumberland baseball. And you've told me some great stories. We talked probably 30 minutes the other day.
Yes, we did.
Some great Woody Hunt stories that I hadn't heard before.
Scratch the surface.
But you are so into this, and I've known the guys have done Cumberland before. I guess there's two of them I recall, Lynn Bogle and
Mitch Walters, yes.
Mitch Walters, and I like both the guys, and they were very dedicated. But I don't think anybody holds the light to you for dedication, for thinking about what can we do to enhance our broadcast. And you've made it a point to come out here and get the season started on my show. This will be the third year, if my memory's right.
Yes.
So anyway, that's my compliment.
Well, I appreciate it. The difference is those two guys had real jobs when they were doing it. And I'm retired, so I've got more time than they do.
All right. Well, you can introduce the three guests that you brought with you if you'd like to.
Yeah, we brought a Cumberland head coach, Ryan Hunt. We brought a couple of seniors. We got a senior catcher from Kindred, North Dakota, Trenton Duchscherer, and a senior outfielder from Cartersville, Georgia, Preston Welchel. And we're going to talk to them about the upcoming season and get their thoughts on it. And the reason for this really is sort of to prime the pump for Cumberland fans. We have a lot of fans that listens to our games, and a lot of them that listens to your show, and hopefully gain some new listeners. We get our season started 2 days from now, Saturday, 11 o'clock at Woody Hunt Stadium. And so that's what we're hoping to do is prime the pump.
All right. Well, Coach Ryan Hunt, good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Oh, it's nice to see you. Nice to have you. And Trenton and Preston. Trenton, I've already suggested that you look a little bit like Johnny Bench, but
A little bit.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
And Preston, you play in the outfield, I understand.
Yes, sir.
And we welcome you to our program as well. All right, now I'm going to kind of depend on you, Randy, to lead the way here, and you
Sure.
make all kind of notes, and you know the story you want to tell. We want to display Cumberland baseball, and we're going to do it the very best way we can.
Sure. The first thing I got was talk about Coach Ryan Hunt. This enters his fourth season here after his dad, Woody Hunt, retired. 2022, it's been a mixed bag for you, Coach Hunt, in your first 3 years. 2022 had a really good team. We won the Mid-South Conference Championship. There's more to that story we're not going to get into. 2023, we finished second in the conference only because we had 2 games that were rained out that we couldn't make up, or we would have been in a tie for conference championship again. Last year, we had the number 1 toughest strength of schedule in the country. Season didn't go the way we wanted. We hope that's just a bump in the road. I'm not asking for a prediction from you because you don't like to do predictions, but I am going to ask, what is the 2025 Cumberland Phoenix team going to look like?
We'll see here in a few days. I can't really answer that question because we haven't started playing yet.
What do you think it's going to look like?
I hope it's a winning season.
Me too.
Again, I don't like making predictions, and I know it's coach's talk, but I do like this team. I like what our makeup and our work ethic so far, and I think we got a good mixture of guys. So we'll see. I do think we'll be better overall as far as competitiveness goes, and just an overall team environment. So,
well, let me just add to it. Do you have the strength? Is there hitting or pitching or defense one of your strong suits?
Yeah, I think defense can be a strong suit for us. Still a few spots we're trying to get settled as the season goes along here, but I think the thing that maybe more important than all that is our team chemistry right now, and that'll change once the lineup gets posted on Saturday, but we'll see. Still a lot to be told.
Yeah.
I want to turn to Trent Duchscherer, veteran catcher from North Dakota. This is your third season, Trent. You've seen a lot of action. You've played in 53 games, started 48 games behind the plate. I'm going to ask you kind of the same question I asked Coach Hunt. you've seen the good and the bad in your 2 years here. What do you think? What are your thoughts on this coming team 2025?
Yeah, coming 2025, like you said, I've seen the good. 2023 had a really good team. Last year, kind of a bump in the road. This year, we've got a great mixture between some young guys and some older guys, some vets, some 6-year dudes, some 3rd-year dudes. There's a lot of guys that just really want to win, and that has been kind of distant over the last year. A lot of guys come together, and we want to win for each other rather than for ourselves. So this definitely seems like a special group compared to the last couple years. It might not be talent-wise, but like work ethic-wise, guys want to be here to win.
Okay, we got to take a break right here. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Bates Ford. To get a battery installed in most vehicles, $199.95. Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Cleanup continues on this debris that's on the ground out here in Antioch. 24 westbound at Bell Road, really adding to that delay now, coming in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County into Davidson County on 24 westbound at Bell Road as they clean up this debris that's all over the interstate. It's increased even more now on I-40 coming in from Dixon County. Some rain showers moved through some parts of Middle Tennessee this morning. Give yourself a little bit of extra time. Princess Hot Chicken has karaoke tonight at the Tanger location. For more information, log on to princesshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Are you thinking about buying a new home? Let A.G. & Johnson assist you with your new home search. From the first-time home buyer to the empty nester, we are experienced in all facets of the home buying process. We will be with you every step of the way. No matter if you are buying, selling, downsizing, or upsizing, we can assist you with your real estate needs. Call us at 615-444-0909 or find us online at agandjohnson.com or Facebook A.G. & Johnson Realty. A.G. & Johnson is your community's trusted realty and auction company.
1.5 seconds left, no timeouts. Here's your season. DeGrone gives it to Bird. Bird for the win. It's good. He did it. College Hoops is back, and so is Cumberland University on the radio. Join me, John Boyce, in the booth for every Mid-South Conference game this regular and postseason for both men's and women's Phoenix basketball. Conference games are every Thursday starting at 5:30 and every Saturday starting at 1 o'clock. Phoenix basketball is right here on 98.9. Cumberland's a winner.
Hey, this is Paul with Bates Ford, and I got some exciting news for you. Bates Ford's moved into our new location at 1780 Franklin Road. That's right, Bates Ford's at 1780 Franklin Road, just off Hartman Drive and Interstate 40. We've got a much larger selection of vehicles to choose from, a state-of-the-art double-sized service department. So come see us at 1780 Franklin Road. That's Bates Ford, 615-444-8221. Bates Ford, the dealer will trade for anything that don't eat.
And we continue here on Thursday morning. Thanks for joining us. Cumberland University baseball is the subject this morning, and Randy Salas is here, the voice of the Phoenix. Did I say Bulldogs?
No, you didn't.
Oh, okay.
You said Phoenix.
Well,
It was on your mind, though.
We said it for so long, but the Cumberland Phoenix, and we're hoping for another great baseball year. And Coach Ryan Hunt is with us, and a couple of players, Trenton and Preston, are here. And back to you, Randy.
I'll go with Preston Welchel, senior outfielder from Cartersville, Georgia. Preston, you had a good year last year. You hit .301, 15 homers, 47 runs batted in. Your 15 homers was tied for the team lead. You have only been here 1 year. This is your second year. You transferred from Tennessee Wesleyan. When you left Tennessee Wesleyan, one of our biggest rivals, by the way, why did you choose Cumberland? We're glad you're here, but tell us why you chose Cumberland.
I chose Cumberland. It's just after I had the exit meeting and it didn't go the way I wanted at Wesleyan, it was probably 24 hours, and Coach Bell called, and then me and him had a great connection on the phone. And I talked to Coach Hunt, and I liked everything he said, talking about tradition. So when we played here the year before, I really wanted to come be a part of that tradition. I had great feelings at the field when we were playing them, so that's the main reason I came on the visit, and I wanted to be a part of the tradition.
Well, we're glad you're here. You had a really good year last year, and we're hoping for that again. And speaking of our facilities, that leads me back to Coach Ryan Hunt. There'll be some new looks around the ballpark. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Around the ballpark this season, we got some new signage. As soon as you walk in the front gate, we got new signage on the outfield walls, and we got new concessions with the doghouse providing new concessions. Tell our listeners about these new additions to the ballpark, Coach.
Yeah, we just try to, we try to do something every year to make the ballpark even better than it is. But you open new signs, stuff like that, and once you come to the ballpark and walk up that ramp, you'll be able to. It should be able to knock your eyes out. It's I don't think there's a better place to play in the country than ours. But speaking of concessions, I don't really know a lot about that company. This is something my dad did, but I do know it's going to be probably the best the concession stand's been in a long time.
Yeah, if nothing else, come out to get a hot dog. It's going to be good stuff. Also, a new addition. We got a new pitching coach. Tell our listeners about our new pitching coach briefly, please.
Yeah, got a new guy working with the pitcher, Daniel Barado from. I'm trying to blank on it. California. I forgot the name now, but he's been good for us. He's come from a JUCO in California, Santa Barbara. That's where he's from. Was a pitching coach there for a few years, and also played Bowling Green State University Division I in Ohio. Played junior college ball at Santa Barbara also. So we're excited to have him. He's done a good job so far.
Yeah, and I like Daniel. I think he's going to do well. Back to Trenton Duchscherer Preston Welchel, our seniors here, players. We've got a lot of new players on the team this year. Could you guys give us a little insight on some of the guys maybe that are not new? And specifically, I want to talk about some guys who played a couple of years ago who got hurt and sat out last year. They're going to be coming back, and how are they coming? Specifically, Drew Dalton Akawumi, who played some shortstop, played some outfield. He was hurt all year. He's back. Another guy is Ryan Calvert, a pitcher. You called him, Trent. Grayson Cole was another one, didn't play, but he was hurt all year last year. Tanner Batts, Kyle Nyblood, Will Graves, all these guys who set out all of last year or most of last year. Talk a little bit between the two of you, take turns there, about some of these football players.
Yeah, AD Drew Dalton, great guy. He's been here for a couple of years now. Last year it was a big loss with him because we didn't really have a set shortstop, and AD's one of that versatile players. He can play the outfield, can play the middle infield. He's a leader as well, and he's been doing a real good job at practice today, keeping the energy up and keeping the infielders, keep them on their toes and everything.
Yeah, to add on to that, Grayson Cole, Tennessee bounce back, great team guy. We actually call him a golden retriever of a person because he's such a good guy. He's going to be good for us. He'll sit low nines, he'll throw strikes, get a lot of guys out. He'll do what needs to be done to win. Nyblood, also coming from Washington, Kyle Nyblood, he's pretty good too. Good fastball, really good breaking ball. Again, knows how to get guys out, doesn't walk guys, doesn't make it easy for guys in the box.
And then Ryan Calvert, he's going to be big for us this year. He missed all last year due to arm injury, and he's rehabbed. And I faced him a couple of times when I was at Wesleyan, and he's seen him here recently. He's got electric stuff, the sinker, good changeup. So
yeah, and those guys we just mentioned are they're not new players, but they're guys that maybe some of our listeners aren't familiar with or don't remember. Going back to Coach Hunt, on the schedule we have 50 game schedules, which is the maximum you can schedule. 33 of those are at home. Thank you. How did you make that? How did you make that happen?
It just kind of worked itself out. A lot of teams from up north want to come down to our place now because we do have the turf, and it's a pretty good chance you're gonna get the games in with us having turf, and it just kind of worked itself out that way. I didn't really plan it that way. Just when I finished the schedule, I was like, we're home the whole month of February, so it's makes you a little rush to get in the field ready. But again, with the turf, unless it's just pouring down rain at the time or below freezing in the teens or something like that, we're pretty much going to play. So.
Well, and I don't know if you knew this. I just found out yesterday. This is the first year we've opened at home since 2011, which is kind of an odd stat.
Yeah.
You two guys, Preston and Trent, what do y'all think about playing at home? I know you've got to be okay with that. I love it.
I love it. I mean, I love being in that ballpark. I think it's the best ballpark in the country, honestly, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, the 6 is like no other. It's one of the best ballparks we play at for sure, and it's so nice to stay home and not have to travel and be on the road all the time.
It's got to be great to love your home ballpark.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
Well, I mean, the NAIA is a mixed bag. There are some places we go that are nice, and there are some places that are not. I mean, it's just the way it is. None of them are as good as ours. It's plain and simple.
All right.
There's no comparison. And our schedule this year is tough again, as always. It's always been a Cumberland trait, as I mentioned earlier. Number one strength of schedule in the country last year. Have you guys, Preston and Trenton, looked at the schedule to pick out any games that you're kind of eyeballing this year that you look forward to playing?
Oh, absolutely. Conference games are always pretty good, but really looking forward to that Freed-Hardman series. Always comes down to us and them in Cumberland's, it seems like, and that's a team I really want to get this year.
Yeah, to back up on Trenton, the conference games are huge. The Cumberland's, in my opinion, we had them beat 2 out of 3 going into the 8th inning. So, I mean, we had them right on the line to beat them, and then we just didn't fall through at the end of the game. So,
Well, we've got 9 games scheduled, Coleman, with the number 1, the number 5, and the number 6 teams in the country. A total of 9 games in those 3 top 6 teams, plus a number of games against teams who will probably be in the top 25 at some point. Freed-Hardman, Bryan, some others. A lot of good teams on the schedule, as always. I mean, that's always how it goes around here. Cumberland always played a tough schedule. Back to Coach Hunt. You know what these 2 guys can do. They're veterans. Who are some of the new guys? We talked some about the new guys that are old guys that are coming back. Who are some of the new guys that our listeners will get used to hearing their names that should help us out this year?
I think, our first baseman, Wilser Thin, transfer from Southwest Illinois College. You should get used to hearing his name pretty much every day. Got a couple of middle infielders that are new. Aiden McDonald, another versatile player that can play second, short. Then you got Cole Proctor, who'll be playing third, but if we need to, he can move around a little bit. Corbin Sanchez will be in the outfield, can also catch a little bit. We got another catcher that, obviously at this level, you got 2 catchers. So we got another guy in, Dylan LaRue, transfer from Houston Christian, which was a D1. And I'm sorry if I'm leaving some guys out, but it's just hard to think of everybody. But
Sure.
We do have a lot of new guys. It's just basically a whole new team mixed in with some, a few returners that are here for the right reasons and have shown good leadership this fall, and hopefully that continues into the spring. But we'll see. I mean, it's still got some jobs to be won with the new guys and returners, and it's going to be some good competition first month of the season.
And speaking of leadership, Colin, if you wonder how we choose the guys we bring out here to be on this show each year, it's more of a leadership thing. I mean, me and Coach Hunt and the other assistant coaches, we talk about who should we have out here. Guys, number 1, that's not afraid to talk into a microphone on the radio. And number 2, guys who are leaders of the team, and that's why these 2 guys are here with consultation of Coach Hunt and the other coaches.
Well, from time to time, you bring members of the team out here to help promote it during the season.
Yes, we do
I've got
promote.
to meet a few of them over the years. Yeah.
We're going to do a couple more as soon as we get through here. So we're about to wrap it up.
Yeah, we got about 2 minutes.
Preston, Trent, what do you want to say to the Cumberland fans? Listen, by now y'all know we have a good, large listening base, and of course you can watch the games on our website. What is it you want to say to the Cumberland fans, or what do you want them to know about you? Either one.
I think both of us can speak on the fact that this year we want you guys to know that this is going to be a good season. Yeah. It's not going to be a letdown season. We're going to do everything in our being to have the most successful season possible, and we'd love to have you guys come out and support us and have a good time at the 6.
Well, and I got one last thing to say to Coach Hunt. You mentioned Wilser 10. It's spelled T-H-E-N, but it's pronounced 10. So I'm wondering, why is he wearing number 8? You got a guy with... Wouldn't you think he'd have number 10 on his jersey?
That's the only jersey that would fit him.
Yeah. All right, well, that's a good answer. Anyway, I guess that's about it. I want to thank you, Coleman, for letting us have this time on your show every year. And to Susie and MJ and Billy Goodman, it's his 60th birthday, so happy birthday to Billy Goodman.
Well, we just appreciate the Cumberland, appreciate the baseball team especially, and it's always good to see these young men come in here, and especially bring 2 like you brought today. They like to talk. You can feel their enthusiasm as they talk with us, and we wish you the very best. By the way, what's it cost to go to a Cumberland game?
$5. Unless you're a U.S. military veteran and you get in free at all
Only
Cumberland home games.
$5 for a ticket to see
That's
it.
all it is.
All right.
And when it's a doubleheader, you get 2 for the price of 1. We open Saturday at 11 o'clock with a doubleheader at the 6 versus Indiana University of Kokomo. You can hear the games on these radio stations, 1490 AM, 98.3 FM this year. We added through Susie. Also WANTFM.com, or you can watch the games for free on GoCumberlandAthletics.com.
All right. Well, thank you all for being with us. We are out of time, but it's so nice to have you and wish you well. Coach Hunt, just keep up the good work. And that is part 1 of Colvin and Company. We've got more. Hope you'll keep it right here, FM.